Anil sir, good evening, Andy. Shall we start the program because 6:30 the session starts, no? Right. Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
evening,
sir.
all.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome.
Good
Welcome
evening.
to
Good evening.
Atal FDP, Artificial Intelligence Applications
Good
and
evening to
Renewable
all.
Energy Sources. I invite all dignitaries, principal, HODs, teaching faculty members, participants from various engineering colleges to start FDP program. I would like to invite Mr. G. Anil sir, coordinator of Atal Online FDP, to address meeting. Thank you, sir, for the report on FDP. I would like to invite Dr. Hamid Pasha Muhammad, sir, Associate Professor and Dean of Academics, to address meeting.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good evening, one and all. This is Dr. Hamid, Dean Academics of the institution. First of all, I would like to congratulate Department of Tripoli for getting the fund from AICTE on this occasion. So the title of this FDP program, which impacts artificial intelligence, because nowadays in the market, artificial intelligence tools, AI tools, machine learning tools, which are implementing in all the fields of engineering, not only in electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil, and all the engineering streams, these tools are very much important. So in that particular area, so our coordinator, Mr. G. Anil Kumar, has drafted a proposal to implement AI tools in renewable energy sources. So I thank All India Council for Technical Education, Training and Learning Bureau for. I'm audible? Yeah. I thank AICT Training and Learning Bureau for sanctioning our application, and they sanctioned out of 4,000 application received this year, out of which our college is one among them. And conducting this online FDP program, this is one aspect. The other aspect is drafting the taking the resource persons in this area is a big task, but our coordinator and other team members, they have done excellent work to take the resource persons from the reputed institutions across the India, as well as overseas professors are there, industry professors also be there. So I request the participants on this occasion, take this opportunity to learn some important aspects of artificial intelligence in renewable energy sources, and implement these techniques and tools in your organization that will benefit your students as well as the faculty community. So on this occasion, I thank all the managements who supports their faculty members to register this online FDP. Once again, I congratulate the Department of Tripoli as well as the students and faculty members of Jayamukh Institute of Technological Sciences to make use of this online FDP to enhance the skills in the area of artificial intelligence as well as in the renewable energy sources. Once again, I thank all the participants. This FDP program is organizing during the evening time. So instead of your busy schedule, also you are attending this FDP program. I congratulate and all the participants. Make a happy, pleasant, and complete understanding of this FDP program for the various resource persons. Once again, I thank all the participants and coordinator, especially Mr. G. Anil Kumar. He has taken a lot of initiation in organizing this event, as well as the Department of Tripoli. I congratulate Department Tripoli faculty members to organize this FDP program in online mode. I thank principal ma'am, vice principal, and management members for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak before you. Thank you. Over to Anil sir.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights about the FDP. I would like to invite Professor P. Srinivasa Rao, sir, Professor and Vice Principal of Jayamukh Institute of Technological Sciences, to address meeting.
హలో సార్ లేరమ్మా ఏంటి వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్? Then you please shift over to me.
Okay, ma'am. I would like to invite Professor V. Janaki, ma'am, Principal and Professor of CSC, Jayamukhi Institute of Technological Sciences, to address meeting.
Yeah. Good evening to all of you. At the outset, first of all, I congratulate our Triple G department for getting this excellent opportunity to conduct an FDP on artificial intelligence applications in renewable energy resources. For our college, this is the second FDP we got it. The previous in 2022, we conducted a find a single thing. So, using these techniques, hopefully, we are going to get new energy resources which supplements our existing energy resources. Hopefully, you will definitely enjoy this workshop and all the resource persons. Our Triple E head of the department have done a lot of work in selecting the resource persons. He selected from various organizations, industry outside of India and within the country. Every single step he has taken. Hopefully, surely, I think that you will all get good knowledge from all of our resource persons. And in turn, this will be generated to the next generation, to the students. And I thank AICTE and Atal also for sanctioning us this FDP. Once again, I'm congratulating our Triple E department and all the principals who sponsored their faculty members to attend this workshop, even though this is in the evening times, because without the principal's permission, you cannot attend. So I'm once again expressing my sincere thanks to all the principals who sponsored to participate in this Atal FDP workshop. Please attend all the days and enjoy and learn. Once again, thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your support and minute to minute for commencing this FDP. Now, I'd like to invite Professor P. Srinivasa Rao, sir, Professor and Vice Principal of Jayamukhi Institute of Technological Sciences, to address meeting.
Hello, Anil sir. Sir, I'm in driving, sir. Okay.
Now, I request Mr. L. Raju, sir, to present brief report of the today's resource person, Dr. Surender Reddy Salkunte, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Uh, yes, sir. So I'm glad to see like many professors and also researchers, coordinators, and academicians, maybe some of the industry experts also at one place. I'm happy to meet all of you, even it is offline, online. So I sincerely thank FDD team for inviting me to speak on this event and also to deliver a talk on this event. So we all believe that the research of today becomes knowledge of tomorrow. So therefore, I believe that the FTB and these artificial intelligence applications in renewable energy sources will showcase various applications of AI and machine learning in practice, especially in
वॉइस वॉइस
the
हमारा
yes,
वॉइस बाजू का
okay, yes. So especially it's related to electric vehicles and renewable energy sources, and especially power systems and electrical engineering. So it is very much impact on artificial intelligence and machine learning applications in electrical engineering. So apart from electrical engineering, so this artificial intelligence and machine learning is very much useful in traffic prediction or virtual personal assessment or even speech recognition or to determine like email spam or natural language processing or bioinformatics. So we use AI and machine learning in practice every day in our life. So I hope that this faculty development program has several speakers, even from academicians and industry experts. I hope everybody will share the knowledge about this AI and machine learning related to electrical vehicles or renewable energy sources. And this will give you an option to encourage your research ideas, and you can discuss with the participants and the speakers and as well as the coordinators. So this will make you a good opportunity to various researchers to work, those who are working in this area. So you can exchange your ideas. If you have any questions, you can ask them. You can have good discussions so that you will gain a fruitful knowledge from this faculty development program. I thank all the coordinators for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. I hope this faculty development program will be have a grand success, and also all the participants will be immensely benefited from this faculty development program. So especially how to use artificial intelligence or machine learning to our electrical engineering problems, especially the renewable energy sources as well as electric vehicles. So let's start our presentation. So as first I will share my screen. Can you see my screen, sir? Yes. So I today is the like first session, so let's see about the introduction to AI and machine learning and its importance and its use in renewable energy systems as well as electrical vehicles. So, in our electrical engineering, these are the two concepts, like two topics, like renewable energy and electric vehicles, and they are gaining a lot of importance in recent years. So, we focus on renewable energy sources and electric vehicles and how AI and machine learning can be used in these for the applications of electrical engineering. So first, we start with technology pillars of Industry 4.0. As you see, whole world is moving towards Industry 4.0. So where we use different types of modern technologies, so including artificial intelligence, or big data analytics, mobile technologies, or Internet of Things, advanced robotics, or cloud computing. So we use all these recent technologies in Industry 4.0. But today's our topic is like how we can use artificial intelligence and machine learning for our electrical engineering. So we'll concentrate only on this artificial intelligence. So as you know, so we concentrate for today's like on artificial intelligence. So we start with Industry 4.0 and various technologies associated with Industry 4.0, like various problems or various technologies like security or cyber physical systems, blockchain, Internet of Things, cloud computing, or cyber security, and big data, smart manufacturing, and artificial intelligence. So in Industry 4.0, we are going to use all these recent technologies and then we are going to achieve a better results. So now we are concentrating on this artificial intelligence. So now we see artificial intelligence. So coming to artificial intelligence, so we see in artificial intelligence, we also see like machine learning and deep learning. So this machine learning is like a sub part of this artificial intelligence. And again, deep learning is again, it's a sub part of this machine learning. So we use these artificial intelligence techniques. So broadly, we say artificial intelligence, but inside we have like machine learning and then deep learning. So these artificial intelligence techniques we are going to use in various applications, not only statistics and computer science. Nowadays, we use everywhere. So we use these artificial intelligence in interdisciplinary areas. So in statistics, we use like reference, inference, or sampling, or finding distributions, or finding probability density functions. So especially in electrical engineering, when we have renewable energy sources or electric vehicles, there is some uncertainty. So to handle that uncertainty, we are going to use these statistic approaches, especially distribution functions, or samplings, or probability density functions. So these are especially we use in statistic applications. And especially again, we also use this artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning in computer science for developing various algorithms or databases or even for big data or high performance computing. So we use these as a tool, as a complete truck where we have artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, and we can achieve various our research goals, including like clustering, classification, regression, or reinforcement learning, active learning, natural language processing, decision support systems. So we can achieve all these goals by using these tools like AI, machine learning, or deep learning tools. Now coming to artificial intelligence, as we know, in artificial intelligence, there are many parts, like you have like machine learning and deep learning. So if you see in artificial intelligence, so we have artificial intelligence means inside there are subparts like the cousins of artificial intelligence, we can say. So inside artificial intelligence, we have like machine learning, neural networks, robotics, expert systems, fuzzy logic systems, and natural language processing. We say it is NLP. So these are all the different tools so that are available in artificial intelligence techniques. So, as our the main aim of our faculty development program is to study this artificial intelligence and especially this machine learning and their applications to renewable energy systems. So we concentrate on these topics. We are not going inside of neural networks or expert systems or robotics. We concentrate our study focused mainly on this machine learning and some kind of optimization or artificial intelligence techniques. So if you see, as I said, so the outer layer we have artificial intelligence, but inside you have machine learning and deep learning. So we all know the artificial intelligence is nothing but it is a computational programs. So they perform intelligent tasks. So we make some kind of program to perform some kind of tasks. Similarly, the machine learning. So what we do, we make the machine to learn automatically based on its experience. So from the experience, the machine can learn automatically. So that is the machine learning. So it is a subsection of this artificial intelligence. Coming to deep learning, so in deep learning, we are going to use various neural networks. We use like multi-layered artificial neural networks. So using these multi-layered artificial neural networks, so we are going to achieve our goals, our targets. So that is by using the deep learning. So these are various subparts or subsections of this artificial intelligence. Now let's see why we need machine learning and what exactly is a machine learning. So today is the first session and first topic. So we see some of the basics about machine learning. So basically the machine learning is nothing but we use AI. So that involves like various algorithms and data. So which we need to automatically analyze and make the decision by itself without any human intervention. So in machine learning, we don't need to do by ourselves. The machine can learn and machine can give you the output. So it describes how computer performs tasks on their own by using a previous experience or previous data. So computer can learn so based on its previous experience, and then it can complete your task without any human interference. So if you say machine learning is nothing but it's a computer programming, so which we use to optimize the performance criteria. So based on your previous experience or sample data. So based on your data or based on your past experience, so we are going to learn or we are going to use this machine learning program. So if you see what exactly is machine learning is, like we use a training data, so a lot of training data. So by using this training data, so the algorithm is going to learn. So we say this is called a learning algorithm. So based on this data, so we are going to make an algorithm that is going to learn by itself. So once the machine is trained by using this training data, so you can ask a question, so it is going to give you answer, as this is a trained machine. So it's already trained. So you ask some question, so it is going to give you an answer. So that is basically machine learning is we make the machine to learn. So based on the previous data or previous experience. So let's see simple like what is a machine. So we all know that. So machine simply follows our instructions. It cannot take any decision by its own. So it just follow whatever you ask to do. It's a machine. So let's say machine, it basically performs small operations like maybe some arithmetic operations, maybe addition, multiplication, or division. So this means machines simply follow instructions. So now what they do is they do the comparison, they do some printing operations, and they plot some kind of chart or some figures. So we can ask the computer or the machine to do this. So that means they simply follow our instructions. Now, now let's see what is like machine learning. So this machine is like whatever we give the instructions, it is going to give the output. It's going to do that operations. But machine learning is we want the machine to act like a human being. So that is machine can learn by itself because humans also can learn based on our experience, based on our previous data. Similarly, machine learning is nothing but we want a machine to act as similar as like a human being. So let's say the machine to identify what is this objective. So if you ask the machine, it doesn't say anything because it doesn't have any experience. So we need to first make the machine to learn. So we need to give the sample example and then it can identify, let's say it is a car. So to identify this object, so it should know its past experience or the past data. So let's ask the machine, what is the price in 2025? So that means predict the price in the future. So if you don't give any information or any data or any past experience, the machine cannot predict this. But it can predict if you give a data or past experience. So let's ask the machine some kind of natural language processing or natural language understand and correct the grammar. So it won't do by automatically. So you have to make the machine to learn. So I met him yesterday. So you can correct the grammar. So previously, nowadays we use several grammar softwares. So they use the machine learning concept or machine learning data, and then they are going to correct our word or any kind of English writing. So nowadays we see several Grammarly softwares. So they use the machine learning. So they learn based on the experience. And also we can ask the machine to recognize a face, like face recognizing. So this can be done, but once the machine to make learn. So we need to make the machine to learn first, and then it can recognize if you give a data to it. So now let's take like human beings. So initially, human beings, so we don't have any idea or any experience. So we don't learn. We don't know what, suppose 100 years before, let's say what is a smartphone or what is a laptop. So we don't know. So we learn by ourselves. So based on the experience. Similarly, what we do, just like what we did to the human. So we need to provide same experience to the machine. So if you make the machine to learn, so it can learn by itself and it can give you the required output, required data. So let's see, this is some machine. We give some kind of data set to the machine. So we give some data set. So this is like some kind of cars or bikes, we give a data set. So we call this as a data or training data set. So we need to first train this machine to learn from this data. So we first need to provide the training data to this machine. So this data we need to combine to give this machine. So this machine, we are giving a training data. So once you give the training data, the machine, so then devise algorithm and execute programs on this data. So you make some kind of algorithm and you execute some kind of programs on this data. So with respect to some underlying targets. So what you need to, what is your target? So how to group them? So based on this, you devise some algorithm. And then you use some kind of, you give some kind of rules, then use the programs, identify the required rules. So you make some kind of rules and then you extract the patterns. So how they are looking. Suppose first two items, like first two are the cards, they are like looking in one pattern. The next third and fourth, they are looking like another pattern. So we need to extract the patterns based on the data set. Once you have the data set, you need to identify the relation. So once you identify the relation, then it is going to learn. Initially this is just a machine. Now the machine is learned machine now. So the machine can derive inferences from the data. So now this machine, so initially this is machine, but now it's a learned machine. So based on your data set, based on your algorithms, based on your rule set, and based on your relations, the machine is now learned. So this is how a machine learning is going to learn from based on his previous experience. Now, in summary, we see what is machine learning is. So first, what you do, you identify and create an appropriate data set. So once you create the data set, so you perform some kind of computations, some kind of algorithm. So based on required rules or patterns or relations, then you are going to get the output or the decision. So the machine is going to take a decision without any human interference. So this is how a machine learning is going to be used, or it is how the machine learning is going to work. So we need to see how this machine learning can be used in electrical engineering, especially with renewable energy sources and electric vehicles or large amount of data. So we have to see how this machine learning process. So first you need identify and create appropriate data set, then devise some rules, and then make the pattern, and then understand the relationship of this data, and then output the decision. So like this, the machine learning is going to work. So if you see, there are basically 7 steps in implementation of this machine learning algorithm. So you can see first step is like gathering the data. Once you gather the data, then preparing the data. So you prepare the data, then choose a model. Once you choose a model, you apply the training. Once you get the training, so you do the evaluation, and then hyperparameter tuning. So you tune that parameter so that you are going to get accurate prediction. So accurate result. So this is how a 7-step machine learning process is going to work in most of the applications. Now let's see why most of us are using this machine learning. So if you see the advantages, so this machine learning is like fast, accurate, and efficient, and automation of most of the applications. So because machine learning is going to learn and it is going to give you the output without any human interference. So automation is possible when you do the machine learning. And it has wide range of real life applications. So we can use it for everywhere in every research area or every engineering applications. So, and then we need to use enhanced cybersecurity and some spam detection, and no human intervention is needed. So that is the main advantage of this machine learning. And there's handling multi-dimensional data. So it can be, machine learning can handle this multi-dimensional data very easily. So that's one of the most reason why we use this machine learning. Now, at the same time, there are also some disadvantages of this machine learning. So, because most of the machine learning algorithms, so they are application-specific algorithm. So, for certain application, we need to use certain algorithm. So, if you have another problem, so you need to create another algorithm. So that is the main disadvantage of this machine learning. Of course, the real world problems has too many variables. So when you have too many variables, it's very difficult to learn and very difficult to get accurate result. That is also one problem. Of course, the computational complexity, because when you have a lot of data, it is going to take a lot of time. So computational complexity is one of the major challenge when you have this machine learning, and it is very difficult to identify and rectify the error. So once you have error in your data or program, so it is very difficult to identify. And data acquisition is a very big problem, because for machine learning it need to learn based on your previous data or experience. So that kind of data acquisition is very big problem. And interpretation of the results requires more time and space. So once the machine give you the result, you need to identify, you need to find the interpretation of this result. So that is also one of the big challenge when you use the machine learning. So these are all different disadvantages and advantages of this machine learning. Now let's see how this machine learning can be used or can be implemented. So there are different types of machine learning algorithms or machine learning techniques. So the most popular are like supervised learning or unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. And the last one you can say is a deep learning. So deep learning is also like it's a sub part of machine learning. So as we see, so machine learning, so as we see in the previous first slide, so we have like artificial intelligence, then machine learning, and in machine learning we also have the deep learning. So some of them, like some of us, we also say deep learning is also one, but okay, so we can have first three types of learning, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Let's see a brief introduction about these learning techniques, and then we'll go for the other optimization techniques. So in machine learning, as I said, we have three major learning techniques: the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So in supervised learning, what we do, learning is possible by examples. So we give some examples and then learning is taken care. But in unsupervised learning, so the learning by observation. There is no teacher in unsupervised learning, so only by observation. In reinforcement learning, so learning is from the mistakes. So you do some mistakes and then you learn from the mistakes. So that is nothing but trial and error method. So that is the approach we use for in reinforcement learning. So these three learnings are from different concepts, like examples by the help of a teacher. So without teacher, like observation, and this is from the mistakes. So in supervised learning, we will be having like classification and regression models. So, and in clustering, in unsupervised, we will be having clustering and association rule mining. So we'll see these, what is clustering, what is association rule mining, we'll see that. In reinforcement learning, we use different applications. So when you see supervised learning can be used in various areas, like disease prediction or email spam detection, image classification, or bank load prediction. And regression is generally used for house price prediction or stock market prediction. So these are all different applications. So based on your application, you have to choose the learning algorithm. So because in machine learning techniques, there are many techniques. So you have to choose an appropriate technique for your application. So you need to see which kind of technique you are going to use for your problem. So these clustering techniques can be used for search engines or face recognition or recommender system. And association rule mining techniques can be used for market basket analysis or medical diagnosis. So even this reinforced learning can be used for self-driving car. Nowadays, we see many of the cars are going to be self-driving. So we use reinforcement learning in this case. And then in a finance sector, we use this reinforcement learning. So this reinforcement learning is nothing but learning from the mistakes. So this is how we use different types of machine learning techniques. Let's see another classification. Here we have like 3 classifications, but some of the studies, they also say one more, that is deep learning. So deep learning, we already seen that it is one of the machine learning techniques. So here we have like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement, and also the deep learning techniques. Let's see one of the simple example, because most of them know what is supervised learning, but still will, as today is a first session of this faculty development program. So we'll start from the basics. Maybe the coming speakers, they will tell you the exact applications of these techniques. So let's see what is supervised learning. So in supervised learning, we use a training data set. So we need a training data. So this training data set will have like samples and then the labels. So these are all like different samples. And then we give labels to each sample. So this car, or bike. So in supervised learning, we need something called labeled training data. So this is a label for each of the sample. So samples and labels together we say training data set. So here in supervised learning, so we have training data set. So this is a training data set. And then the labeled data set is a function of this data set, and a new sample can produce its output value. So you give some new sample because the system is already trained with these samples. You give some new sample and it will map to this sample and it is going to give you some output. So let's say, there are 2 different cars, but let's give another car. So here, a given data set, we give a new sample and the output is going to be among this car or bike. So let's see what is going to be your output. The system is trained with this data, but still you are given something different. But still the output is going to be a car. So it is going to map, it is based on its past experience, it is going to give you the output is a car. Let's have another example. Let's see another example. This example, we say this is a classification because in